Has a machine ever whispered to you stories from the world beyond? In the realm of the inexplicable, our subject today is an object of fascination and fear. A typewriter, but not just any typewriter. This, dear listener, is a typewriter with a chilling history, a haunted typewriter. Imagine, if you will, a house, not just any house, but an old abandoned one, shrouded in mystery and dust. A house that time itself seemed to have forgotten. It was within the eerie silence of this house that the typewriter was discovered, tucked away in the shadows, waiting. Its current owner, drawn to the allure of the antiquated machine, couldn't resist the pull. With a sense of excitement and a dash of apprehension, they became the new custodian of this seemingly harmless relic of a bygone era. Little did the new owner know this was no ordinary typewriter. The first encounter was as unexpected as it was eerie. Picture this. Our protagonist, a humble collector of vintage items, had just acquired an old typewriter. Nothing more than an antique piece of machinery to add to his collection, or so he thought. One crisp, quiet night, as the clock struck midnight, the silence was shattered. The sound of keys clacking echoed through the still house, as though an invisible hand was furiously typing away. A strange occurrence indeed, considering our protagonist lived alone, and certainly wasn't awake at this ungodly hour. As morning rays seeped through the curtains, he woke up to the strange melody of the typewriter. Drawn by the curious sound, he walked towards the machine, only to find a chilling message typed on a blank sheet of paper. It read, "The echoes of the past are not silent." The initial reaction, as you might expect, was disbelief. He felt a cold shiver run down his spine, his heart pounding against his chest. But then came the intrigue. A rational man, he initially dismissed it as a prank or a dream, but the message seemed too cryptic, too deliberate. And so the decision was made. He decided to delve deeper into this mystery, to find out who or what was trying to communicate with him. Over the next few days, he spent countless hours researching the typewriter's history, its previous owners, and any incidents that could potentially explain this supernatural phenomenon. But as he delved deeper, he found himself spiraling into a world of the unknown, filled with tales of the occult and the supernatural. The typewriter had spoken, and its message was as intriguing as it was frightening. This cryptic message was the beginning of a chilling journey for our protagonist, a journey that would lead him to uncover a haunting tale tied to this enchanted typewriter. A tale that we will continue to unravel as we dive deeper into this chilling narrative. So stay tuned as we delve into the ghostly encounters of the enchanted typewriter. As the days passed, the typewriter began to reveal its secrets. What started as random clatter of keys soon morphed into coherent sentences. Each night, the typewriter would spring to life, its keys dancing in the dim glow of the moonlight, each stroke narrating a tale from a time long forgotten. The owner, initially perturbed by these nightly disturbances, soon found himself drawn to the spectral scribe. Each message was a piece of a story, a ghostly tale that seemed to be from a bygone era, a tale of love, loss, and a haunting promise. The messages were cryptic, each one revealing a sliver of the past, a puzzle waiting to be pieced together. Intrigued and somewhat unnerved, the owner began to dig deeper. He began researching the history of the house and the typewriter. He delved into old records, spoke to the town elders, and even employed the services of a local historian. He discovered that the house was once a grand estate owned by a wealthy merchant who had a penchant for the written word. The typewriter was a treasured possession, a gift from a lover whose life was tragically cut short. The ghostly tale that the typewriter was weaving seemed to mirror the merchant's life. The messages talked of a grand house, a wealthy owner, and a tragic love story. The owner felt a chill run down his spine as he made the connection. Was the typewriter retelling the merchant's tale? Was it the lover reaching out from beyond the grave, trying to complete their unfinished story? As the owner unraveled the mystery, he found himself more and more engrossed. He began to look forward to the nightly messages, to the ghostly tale that was gradually unfolding. He felt a strange connection to the past, to the merchant and his lost lover. The typewriter was not just a machine, but a conduit to the past. It was a link to a time gone by, a window into a world that no longer existed. And the owner, he was not just a spectator, but a participant in this haunting tale. Once upon a time, in a world not so different from ours, a tragedy unfolded. It was a tale spun by an unseen author, a tale that was whispered through the keys of an age-old typewriter, a tale of a young woman, an aspiring writer from the 19th century whose life was brutally cut short within the confines of her own home. The home where the typewriter was eventually discovered centuries later. Her name was Eleanor, a woman of great spirit and boundless imagination. Her dreams were as vast as the ocean and her heart brimming with tales waiting to be told. The typewriter was her most cherished possession, a gift from her loving father. It was her portal to worlds unseen, her instrument to etch her thoughts into the fabric of reality. Eleanor was not just a woman of letters, but also a woman of courage. She lived in a time when women were expected to conform, to remain silent. Yet she chose to voice her thoughts, to pen her dreams. Her spirit was indomitable, her resolve unshakable, yet her life was tragically snuffed out, her dreams left unfulfilled, her stories untold. Her tale was a haunting one, filled with hints of betrayal, of love lost, and dreams shattered. It was a tale that painted a vivid picture of an innocent life taken too soon, a life that was silenced before its time. The strokes of the typewriter keys echoed her screams, the ink blotted with her tears, the paper etched with her pain, but her tale didn't end with her death. The typewriter became her voice, her way of reaching out from beyond the grave. It became her medium to tell her story, to seek justice, to find peace. This enchanted typewriter was her final testament, her lasting legacy, her undying voice. As the tale concluded, the owner was left with a chilling realization. He was not just the owner of an antique typewriter, he was the custodian of a ghostly tale, a tragic story that transcended time and space, a story that was waiting to be heard, to be told, to be remembered. Every ghostly tale has a purpose, a reason why the spirit is unable to move on. This haunting tale of the enchanted typewriter was no different. The owner came to a chilling realization. The ghost of the young woman was trying to finish her story. A story abruptly truncated by the cold hands of death that had reached for her all too soon. Her spirit, like an unfinished novel, was caught in limbo, yearning for completion. Driven by an unexplainable urge, the owner decided to assist this spectral author. He aimed to provide an ending to her tale, an ending that could perhaps give her the peace she so desperately sought. The typewriter, this mechanical medium between the realms of the living and the deceased, was his tool. His fingers hovered above the keys, ready to carry the weight of this spectral tale. But as the owner reached for the typewriter, an unexpected message appeared, leaving him speechless.